we can now start. So the conic sections, day 2, we're going to do parabolas again. They're going to get a little bit more complicated today. So let's go back and review what you know about graphing parabolas in vertex form. So what I mean by vertex form, y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. That's the vertex form you know. This a happens to be that 1 over 4c that we did yesterday. And of course the h comma k are, that point is the vertex. Okay? Now, we had parabolas, so this is for parabolas that go up or down. But we talked about parabolas yesterday that go sideways, left or right. So those were always x equals y squared. So, but we can also shift them around and put their vertex in a different place. And that format is going to be a parentheses y minus k, little change there, squared plus h. That a is still going to be the 1 over 4c. Remember, c is a different distance from the vertex to the focus. And my vertex is still h comma k. But notice the h and k have switched places. So that's for the pointing left or pointing right parabolas. And these ones that point to the left have an a less than 0. The ones that point to the right have a greater than 0. So these ones have a greater than 0. Going down have a less than 0. Okay, so you're going to need this new format for today. So let's start off with trying to graph something kind of easy. And let me go with, we'll do a real easy one to start off with. Y equals 1/12 x squared. What we're going to do for all of these is to find the vertex, find the focus, find the directrix, and sketch a graph. And I tend to sketch the graph fairly early on. Okay, so far I know what the vertex is. Do you know what the vertex is? What's h and k? 0 and 0. So this one has a vertex at the origin. So let me start my sketch. Put my vertex in. This is y equals a positive number times x squared. So this is my parabola that goes up. Okay? My focus sits on the same vertical line as the vertex, some distance away, and I haven't figured out what that distance is away yet. And my directrix is going to be, in this case, a horizontal line that's the same distance away from the vertex as the focus was. All right, so the next thing I think I'm going to try to figure out is the focus. The focus is this length, is controlled by this length c. It isn't that length c, but it is controlled by that length c. And remember, that's the same length c down here. And we saw that A, let me move up, is 1 over 4c, and I see an a right here in my equation. That's a. So I'm going to use that fact that a is equal to 1 over 4c to try to find my focus. So my a is 1/12. So 1/12 is equal to 1 over 4c. Do you know what c is? 3. Okay. If you don't know what c is, then cross multiply to get it. 1 times 4c equals 12 times 1. Oh, c is 3. Okay? So the distance from the vertex to the focus is 3. So I can find now the xy coordinates of the focus. If that distance is 3, that point is the point 0, 3. C equals 3. Sorry, that does look funky down there. Grab my eraser. Okay. The directrix is, in this case, going to be a horizontal line, so it's going to be a y equals. And that directrix line is also 3 but on the other side of the vertex. It's a distance of 3 from the vertex, but on the other side, not the side with the focus. So that line is y equals -3. So there I have everything. I got my vertex, I got my focus, I got my directrix, and I got a graph. Yes, sir. No, we're going to move away from the vertex being 0. 0, 0. So I'm going to try to do a few examples for you with that in it. Okay? Can I go on to example? This was the easy example. We'll go on with the next example, which is going to be, let me find a good one here. Here, okay. We'll keep them easy. X equals 1 over 24. No, I'm going to make this a little bit harder. 24x equals y squared. Same thing, but a little bit harder form. All right, so all of my parabolas are either x equals y squared blah, 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 plus something, or y equals x squared plus something plus something, something. All right, so this one's going to be an x equal because it's the y that's squared. So I want to solve this equation for x. To solve this equation for x, I'm going to divide both sides of this equation by 24 and get x equals, that division by 24, change this into 1/24 so that your y squared will have an a sitting next to it. Okay. Now I want the vertex, which in this case is also going to be 0, 0. I'll give you one of those that's not 0, 0 in a few minutes. I want the focus, I want the directrix, and I want a graph. So let me start with my graph. This is an x equals positive a times y squared. So this is not a graph going up, it's a graph going to the, opening up to the right. Okay? I'm going to place my focus